These are the tips of the blade, tips of the blade of the scissors. So these are the two tips. Now if we bring these two tips together, suppose we turn this way, the tip, and this tip this way, so we will get a figure like this. We will get a figure like this. So the tips have come nearer than they were earlier. Earlier the tips were like this. They were forming a right angle. Now since we have brought this here, so what has happened? It has become smaller than the right angle. This angle is smaller than this angle. This angle which is smaller than the right angle is known as an acute angle. Acute. Acute angle. An angle which is smaller than a right angle is called an acute angle. An angle which is smaller than a right angle is called an acute angle. You have to remember this. This was a right angle. We had made a right angle from the scissor. Now what we do is move the blades in this direction and this direction. So we get a new position of the blades. Now these blades are forming a bigger angle than 90 degrees. This was 90 right angle. This angle is bigger than the right angle. This angle being bigger than the right angle, it is known as an obtuse angle. Obtuse. Obtuse. This is an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is bigger than a right angle. This is a right angle. A right angle. This is an acute angle. This angle formed is less than 90 degrees, less than a right angle. So it is called an acute angle. Had this hand be here, it would have been a right angle. But this hand, it has moved away from this position. So this position, it is an obtuse angle. This angle is bigger than the right angle. So this is known as an obtuse angle. The angle which is bigger than a right angle is known as an obtuse angle. We have to identify the angles. A right angle would be here. This line would represent a right angle, but it is less than a right angle. So this is an acute angle. So we write an acute angle. Acute angle. An acute angle. This is a right angle. So we write over here right angle. RIGHT. Right angle. This is a right angle. With this, it is a right angle, but this is bigger than the right angle, so it is an obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. This line with this line will form a right angle, but this line, it is bigger than the right angle, making a bigger angle than right angle. So it is an obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. A right angle would be if we have this arm in this position, then it will be, you cancel this position and take it to the new position. Then this will be a right angle. But this angle is less than this angle. This angle is less than the right angle. So it is an acute angle. So you write an acute angle. Make right angles by joining the dots in the box below. This is the box and these are the dots. So we make a right angle by joining the dots. So this is a right angle. This can be another right angle. This can be a right angle. This is a right angle. This is a right angle. This is a right angle. Here we can make another right angle. Here also we can make another right angle. This is a right angle. Right angle, right angle, right angle, right angle. This is a right angle, right angle, right angle, right angle, right angle, right angle. Make acute angles by joining the dots. So we can make an acute angle by joining these dots. Or we can make an acute angle joining these dots. This is an acute angle. This is an acute angle. We can make bigger figures with an acute angle. So this is an acute angle. This is an acute angle. This is an acute angle. Make obtuse angles by joining the dots. Obtuse means it should be bigger than 90 degrees or right angle. This is a right angle. Whereas this angle is bigger than the right angle. So it is an obtuse angle. So we can make still more obtuse angles. So this is an obtuse angle. This is an obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. Check. Is this true? Number one. The angle made by an electric pole with the ground is a right angle. The electric pole with the ground, it makes a right angle. In fact, it makes two right angles, one here and the other here. Both are equal. If it makes two angles which are equal with the ground, then it is both are right angles. So this is true. This is true. T for true. Second, number two, the slide makes an acute angle and one obtuse angle with the ground. So we have a slide over here. Slide. A ladder. Ladder is the ladder. So the children climb up the ladder and from here they slide. So this slide and this is the ground and the slide. So it makes an obtuse angle. Angle is obtuse. Angle number one is obtuse. Angle number two is acute. So the slide makes one acute angle and one obtuse angle with the ground. This also is true. Third, the ladder makes one acute angle and one obtuse angle with the wall. Now, this is the ground and this is the wall. This is the wall and this is the ladder. The ladder, this is the ladder and this is the wall. So it is making only one angle, which is an acute angle. The ladder is making only one acute angle. It is not making the obtuse angle anywhere with the wall. So this statement is false. Third statement is false. Fourth, the angle between the thorns of a bubble tree is an obtuse angle. If we see the thorns, they are like this. This is the branch of the tree, and the thorns are like this. This forms an obtuse angle. So this statement is true. The fourth statement is true. Fifth, leaving the thumb, the angles between any two adjoining fingers is an acute. So you can imagine your hand. You imagine your hand. So this is your thumb. You can stretch this. You can stretch this thumb to obtain an obtuse angle or a right angle or even an acute angle. All the three angles are possible with your thumb. But between your fingers, any of the fingers you can try. Angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3. They will always be less than 90 degrees. You cannot have this finger like this. You cannot make it like this. This will be right angle. You try. You cannot make a right angle even here. So only one place you can make an obtuse angle. The other angles, angle number 1, angle number 2 and angle number 3 will always be acute. So let us check the fifth statement. The fifth statement, leaving the thumb. Only the thumb can make obtuse angle or a right angle. But any other two adjoining fingers, they cannot make a right angle or an obtuse angle. They will make only an acute angle. So this statement is true. Fifth statement, leaving the thumb, the angles between any two adjoining fingers is an acute angle.